Hey everyone, Marcus here and welcome to the channel. For all of you who are new here, welcome, and please don't forget to click that subscribe button and smash that notif bell for my newest videos. I'll be comparing the New Balance Omnis of Kawhi Leonard of the Los Angeles Clippers, and of course the Peak TAICHI Flash for Lou Williams and also from the Los Angeles Clippers. So before we start, guys, if you want to watch a full performance review of each of the sneakers, I'll be putting up the link up here or maybe in the description down below for a more detailed review of each of these. Let's start off first with the uppers of both sneakers. The main difference that I felt immediately and that I saw immediately is, of course, the fusing of the Peak TAICHI Flash. There's a lot more fusing, especially around the forefoot area, plus the textile mesh of the TAICHI Flash is a little bit thicker. Omnis is more minimal, but still there are some fusing in some areas. You can't see them, but when you touch the upper material, you will feel some parts a little bit thicker, especially on the high stress areas around the forefoot. As for the support and lockdown, I would give it a tie. Just lace them up properly. You're good to go. You're very locked in the footbed and you won't be slipping anywhere. And as for the ease of wearing them, the Omnis has a full booty upper compared to the half booty, half tongue upper of the Peak TAICHI Flash. And of course, it is easier to put your foot in on the low cut sneaker, especially if it has a half tongue. You can really open up the mouth of the sneaker and put your foot in easier compared to a one booty upper. But as you use them more, this Omnis, it becomes stretchier, so it becomes easier to put your foot in. Moving to the back part of the sneaker, the Omnis is a high cut sneaker, so if you want more ankle protection, of course, you go with the Omnis. But in terms of heel containment, lockdown, or ankle support, both have very nice heel containment and heel support, and you're very much locked down. There's no heel slippage. But in terms of ankle protection, of course, I would give a slight advantage on the Omnis because it is a high cut. So there's additional support around your ankle. Thing to consider on both sneakers is Peak TAICHI Flash is a little heavy on the back part because there's this external heel TPU plate, there's an internal TPU plate, plus this synthetic leather. There's a lot of stuff going on at the back part of the sneaker compared to the Omnis, which is more minimal. Just this ankle wrap around the ankle and the internal TPU plate for heel containment and just the foam. So that's it. When you hold it in hand, you can really feel that the Peak TAICHI Flash is a little bit heavier, especially around the back part. And now let's move on to the cushion of both sneakers. Peak TAICHI Flash, TAICHI foam, full length, and man, it is mad comfortable. It is very plush. Impact protection in the forefoot and especially in the heel is amazing. If you want one of the most plush cushion setup out in the market right now, get the Peak TAICHI Flash. The little thing to consider is there's a little bounce back to the cushion, so it's not bouncy, or I would say it is really not bouncy at all. But if you're a type of player who likes impact protection a lot instead of bounciness, this is a sneaker for you. Plus, it is really low to the ground. Responsiveness and court feel is very nice on the TAICHI Flash. And now moving on to the cushion setup of the Omnis, it is the fuel cell from New Balance. It's a full-length fuel cell. It is also plush, the forefoot and heel, but not as plush as the ones in the TAICHI Flash. The fuel cell gives you extra bounce back, especially in the forefoot area. So if you want bounciness in your forefoot, but nothing too crazy, better choose the Omnis instead of the Peak TAICHI if you want more bounciness, especially around the forefoot, because in the TAICHI Flash, zero bounce. For the heel part, of course, impact protection, the TAICHI Flash wins because of how soft the TAICHI cushion is, but still, impact protection on the heel part of the Omnis is still pretty good. And now moving on to the outsole. Rubber compound on both sneakers are very hard, so I think outdoor use on both are safe. And as for dust pickup, I would choose the Omnis because as you can see here, there's a lot of dust. I actually just used this, and on a very clean court, both are amazing traction. It grips really well. But don't get me wrong, on a dusty court, it still grips. It has a nice traction, but I would say the Omnis grips a little bit harder. This one squeaks a lot more. So in terms of dust pickup, the TAICHI Flash picks up dust quicker compared to the Omnis. But both have excellent traction. durability, and performance. Another advantage on the OMN1S is how you can see the traction going out to the medial part of the sneaker, which I really love with this and the Kairis. So it gives you extra traction when you're doing sidestep or crossing over, and that's a little bonus that you will have on the OMN1S. The Peak TAICHI also has a little bit of outsole going up, but not as drastic as the ones in the OMN1S. For the width of the outsole, this is one thing that I also noticed. Look how wide the Peak TAICHI Flash is. So if you're a shooter, if you want stability, especially on the forefoot area of the sneaker, the TAICHI Flash is really nice. You can see the outrigger really protruding around the lateral part of the forefoot, which really gives you stability, and that's one thing that I really noticed on the Peak TAICHI Flash. It's really low to the ground, plus the lateral stability is really nice on the TAICHI Flash. So for a lockdown shooter, if you want to set up your foot really quickly, the TAICHI Flash is an amazing sneaker to have if you're a shooter, especially if you're a spot-up shooter and if you want to get your balance really quick. And now for the sizing, if you're a regular footer, half size down on the OMN1S, while on the Peak TAICHI Flash, go full size down if you're at 10. If you're 10 above, it's a full size, there's no half size. But if you're a 9, there's 9.5, I think. You can go 9.5, but I went a full size down on the TAICHI Flash. I am usually US 11. This is a US 10, and there's still toe space around my toes. So that's a thing to consider. On the TAICHI Flash, it really runs long and big. So if you're a wide footer, true to size on the OMN1S, and this one maybe go true to size 2. Both are very wide footer friendly. There's enough toe space above your foot on both sneakers. There you go, as you can see that. And on the plane, yeah, pretty much the same. As for the pricing, the TAICHI Flash is 6,400 or 200, and there's a couple of colorways that are on sale. It's at 5,600, and you can buy them at Lazada. I'll put up the link down below. It's the official Peak TAICHI store, or better yet, if you wanna try them in store. The people over at Peak told me that the TAICHI Flash will be coming out in stores locally 2 weeks time here in the Philippines. While the OMN1S, it's already out. You can find it at Athlete's Foot, New Balance stores nationwide. So this is around 7,800, so this is more expensive compared to the TAICHI Flash. So here's the summary. So if you want maximum impact protection with excellent court feel and responsiveness, and you don't care about bounciness, you like a low top sneaker, of course, Peak TAICHI Flash. And if you want more ankle protection and more bounce back on the forefoot area of the sneaker, if you want it to be more lighter or minimal, go with the OMN1S. And if you are on a budget, of course, go with the Peak TAICHI Flash. And one thing to consider is the weight. This is around 500 grams, while the OMN1S is around 430 grams, so 70 grams difference. So this is a lot heavier. You can really feel on hand that it is bottom heavy with a lot of things happening at around the bottom, but you can see in the middle part there's another TPU plate there securing the TAICHI foam and casing it, so that stability won't be an issue. So that's it for me on my comparison between the Peak TAICHI Flash and the OMN1S from New Balance. Let me know which one you would choose. Hit me a comment down below. So this has been Marches once again, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.